So child support in Texas is just basically a math problem. The only thing we're going to be looking at in most cases is how many children do you have, how many children are you needing to pay child support for before this particular court, and how much money do you earn after taxes. If, for example, you just have the one child, you would be paying 20% of your net monthly wages in child support. That's going to be capped currently at $9,200 a month. So if you earn more than $9,200 a month as your net monthly income, it's just going to be 20% of that, which is $1,840. If you have two kids before this court and no other kids, meaning that you have two kids with this parent and no other kids with any other parent, then your child support would be 25%, and it would go up 5% for each additional child up until you get to 40%. Child support can be modified. Generally, it's going to be modified if there's been a change in circumstances. So did somebody lose their job? Did somebody get a big promotion where their income went up greatly? Those would be grounds to change or to modify child support. The other reason is if it's just been 3 years since the last child support order and the child support is just not in line with the state recommended guidelines, then we could file a modification to change the child support. If child support is ordered to be paid and the party who is the obligor fails to pay the child support, you could find yourself in a situation where the obligee or the person who is to receive the child support would have the right to ask that the obligor, the person to pay the child support, be held in contempt of court. This would be a process where they would file a motion for enforcement. They would go in front of the court and explain that a payment that was supposed to be paid was not paid. If the court finds that the child support hasn't been paid and there were ample funds to pay the child support, the court could find that parent in contempt of court. Normally what they'll do is sentence them to jail for up to a period of 6 months. That sentence, though, will be probated so long as they pay the child support going forward, pay the back child support, and pay the attorney's fees for the attorney who had to file the motion for enforcement. So if you need to enforce a child support order, what you'll need to do is file the motion for enforcement. The motion for enforcement, it's a criminal action. It states that there's a court order, that the other party had violated the court order, how they violated the court order. In this particular case, they would have violated it by not paying their child support. Then you go in front of the judge and you ask the court to hold that person in contempt of court. If the person is found in contempt of court, they will most likely be sent to jail for a period of up to 6 months. Now, they won't actually have to go to jail. Their sentence is most likely going to be probated the first time an enforcement is filed. That means that they will be sentenced to jail for a period of up to 6 months, but then they will receive probation so long as they comply with a couple of terms. Those terms are usually going to be pay the back child support, pay the current child support, and to pay any attorney's fees that were owed in the necessity of bringing the motion. If a party that has been held in contempt fails to keep up with the terms of the probation, to make the payments as necessary, at that point, they really could risk going to jail. So it's very important to stay ahead of this and just follow the court order. If you have any questions about child support, whether it's setting child support, modifying child support, or enforcing child support, give us a call at the Bailey Law Firm for a consultation today.